Darkness finally descends in a good way for Supreme Darkness. Sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oscar. Hey, guess what? It's an evil hero set, not a Zork Dangalang set. Really upset about that, but it's okay. This coincides with that 20th anniversary for GX we talked about over the weekend with that dual ignition deck coming out for Asian English. Coincidence? Follow the patterns, people. They're there. Alright, so we're going to be starting off with the Elemental Hero Bubble Man retrain. You heard me say that absolutely correctly. So, this is 800, 1200 on a Water Fiend. I love it. Alright, you can only special summon with this first effect this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second effect this card's name once per turn. So, okay. You can special summon this card from your hand. If summoned this way, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except for hero monsters. Okay, well, you know, you no longer have to have the no cards in hand requirement the Bubble Man had. It's just a free bring on down. On special summon, if you control a fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion, you get to draw 2 cards. And guess what? This is an evil version of Elemental Hero Neo Bubble Man. Actually, it's really cool that, you know, you have another special summon extender. This does open up the door to, you know, helping you, because it's for, you know, locking you into heroes. So, you know, those hero link monsters that you need to be able to step through to turbo you up into some better options. Yes, card is good. Next up is, this is Elemental Hero Prisma. Like, honestly, this card is insane. Like, Konami looked at Prisma and said, you need to come back in full swing. So this is a level 3 light rock monster. That's right, we're back in style out here for Dark Gaia. 1700 to 1100. So you only supposed to summon or with the first effect this card's name once per turn. You only use the second effect this card's name once per turn. So if you control a fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion, we can special summon this card from the hand. Okay, I love free extenders. We can send a hero monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you fusion summon a hero monster this turn, this face-up card can be used to substitute for any one fusion material whose name is mentioned on it, but the other materials must be correct. You heard me read that to you correctly. You no longer have to reveal a fusion monster to specifically, you know, change or to do the dump. You can dump anything with this that's a hero. And then, hey, guess what? It's free Destiny Hero Malicious, which I actually really like that too, but okay, sure. Next up is Infernal Raider. This is definitely an interesting card, to say the least here. So, you 2100 on an 800 for a level 6. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So, if this is normal or special, you add a Dark Fusion from your deck or graveyard to your hand. I'm not a super big fan of this being super fat, and you have to basically be able to find a way to get this thing loaded on up onto the field to even trigger to add a Dark Fusion, but okay. But we can banish this card and 4 other monsters from your graveyard. I'm very happy to know that this does not have to specifically banish all heroes, by the way, but it's going to be a banish of 5 monsters in total. To set a polymerization of the super variety, yes, it sets super poly from your deck, and until the end of your opponent's turn, you cannot special summon except for hero monsters, but you can fusion summon fusion monsters that must be special summoned with a Dark Fusion with effects other than it, which is actually pretty cool. But they really, really, really did not want you using this ability to set super poly, because you're going to get hard locked into those hero monsters until the end of your opponent's turn. Like, that's crazy. This card's reference is to the Picador Archfiend, which showed up in O'Brien's Nightmare Dreams of Supreme King Judai. That's really freaking cool. Next up is Evil Hero Neos Lord. And man, oh man, our boy got a huge upgrade here. Like, I'm super happy to actually have this card exist. This is a level 10 Dark Fiend with 25/25. Okay. And it's an Elemental Hero Neos, or a fusion monster that mentions it, plus an effect monster on the field. But it has to be special summoned Dark Fusion, so don't think you're getting away with any broken ideas with those generic requirements. So if this card is special summoned, or if a monsters is sent to your opponent's graveyard while this monster is on the field. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of it. Wait, what? Yeah, that you read that correctly. So you can use this once on your summon, and then during your opponent's turn, if they link something away, or something's just into the graveyard, that's a monster, you target something on the field and take control of it. Alright, and it's not until the end of the turn. It's a permanent take. And this thing cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Like, Konami, you made a very good card. I'm very proud of you. Next up is the Infernal Backlash. Yes, this is our Infernal Wing retrain down here. It is, in fact, an Evian or a Bersenatrix, plus a hero monster, and, of course, must be fusion summoned with Dark Fusion. I know. But it's okay. These cool new cards make up for it. So you can only use these first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So on Special Summon, we get to add a Dark Fusion or a card that mentions it from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except a fusion monster. So, I mean, you just straight get a recurable asset back here, but you still have to play Bersenatrix or Avian, sure. If your hero monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict 2,100 damage to them. That's actually pretty cool. This card takes its name with the effect of Evil Hero Infernal Wing, not the attack. So, the summoning requirement's a little bit booty, but that's fine. I'm not too upset. I think this card is still pretty cool as a stepping stone. Now, this is where we get into the good stuff. This looks like an awesome Dragoon-looking evil or Destiny Hero-looking card, but this is level 8 Earth Fiend, and it is 1,600 attack. And you're probably like, boo, 1,600 attack, that's awful. No, it's actually fine, because its requirements are a Fiend plus a Warrior, and it does have to be special summoned with Dark Fusion. Every day we struggle further and further from good cards, but that's fine. Monsters your opponent controls lose attack equal to the original attack of the fusion materials used for this card's special summon. And that is a generic power down, by the way. So I quite think that this being a continuous means that this 1,600 attack point monster should be clearing off everything on your opponent's field. And this thing can make a second attack during each battle phase. I mean, yeah, making 3,200 direct isn't going to be the end of the world. I can see that. If this faces a special summon card you control leaves the field by your opponent, you can target a Fiend or a Warrior monster in your graveyard and special summon in defense mode. Okay, floatability. These are the kind of cards that we like. If your opponent answers it, you know, you just get a free return. Now, yep, this is what you were looking for. You wanted a basically a Dark Fusion retrain. Well, we got it here. So you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. So, we can fusion summon one fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion from your extra deck by shuffling its materials from your field, graveyard, and or banishment into the deck. This is treated as a fusion summon. I think this card is really good. Our second effect is that we can add a Supreme King's Castle or a Dark Fusion from your deck to your hand. So yes, we actually are getting interaction out here for the Supreme King's Castle. I literally forgot that card existed until this. Okay. Then we have Evil Assault. Hello, Infernal Gainer. So, normal spell card, you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So we discard a card. You can also summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn after this resolves, except for hero monsters. And then you take a level 4 or lower evil hero monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. Adjusted gold search ability. Okay, if this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, we can banish this to add a Dark Fusion from your graveyard to your hand. You know, the fact that I have to discard as a -1 kind of stinks, but this turns the entire deck into whatever combo line piece that you're going to need, which in itself is fine. I'm really going to hate when this gets ashed. And then the secondary effect, it's fine. I wish we could add back Dark Fusion in the same turn, but that's fine. And then we have Dark Supremacy. This card goes so hard. Almost looks like Stratos, by the way, but no, it's the Dark Neos. So, normal trap card, you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So, we target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Dark Fusion and spells that mention it in your graveyard. Negate their effects until the end of this turn. That's really big. And if this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, turn up to 5 hero monsters in your graveyard, enter banishment, and shuffle them into the deck. No draw power on this whatsoever, but recurability is good. Overall, This is really cool. I'm really happy that we did get the retrains. Dark Neos Neos Lord is super cool. All these cards, I think we're gonna get a little bit more hero support in the set. Like something generic would make sense, but what do you guys think about these cards? They seem all great to me. Comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.